Okay, so once you export the UV map, go ahead and open in Photoshop. Okay, so at first everything seems like it's all empty, right? But there's actually like a very thin line or wireframe of the UV that we did. Okay, so if everything is empty, then you might have to re-export again properly. Okay, but I can see there's some wireframe inside. Now I want to create like new layer, clicking this one, right? I want to put it right at the bottom, and I want to fill with contrast color so I can see like the wireframe on the top. Okay, so maybe I'm going to put with black, right? So I can change the color. Maybe I want to, okay, whatever color you want, but I want to just put black and see. So the shortcut is Alt and Delete. Okay, so if I press Alt and Delete, right, I can see like there's some wireframe going on. Now, if you are new to Photoshop, right, or if I'm using the new Photoshop, I think I have to press Alt and Delete twice to be able to fill the layer with the color that you're having here. Okay, so I have to press Alt and Delete twice. Now I can like fill up with a color. Okay, maybe I'm gonna fill this with black. Okay, now if you look at the wire, it's a little bit thin, so it's hard to see. So you can also like tell Photoshop to make a stroke. So I'm double clicking there. Okay, so make sure like you double click like outside this layer name, because if you do not, then it will change to like renaming layer function. Okay, so I'm clicking like somewhere around this right hand side. Okay, and I'm going to stroke, right? So if I stroke with black color, then yeah, it will do me no good, right? So I have to use like a different color. In this case, I would use my white color, and I think 5 is a bit too big, so I want to just put 1, and I change this position to be outside. Okay, so I'm having a much thicker line, okay, with the setting of 1. Okay, now so I can see the wireframe like pretty much clearly. Now when you're doing UV, right, there's this different method to put a texture, but in this case I'm just using the Photoshop way, the very manual, like long way, so it's easier for you to understand what's going on. Okay, I want to load the texture, right? But if you look at this texture, right, the texture, right, it's in a different direction, right, on a different orientation. This one like more into the horizontal, right, whereas this one is like vertical, it stands up. Okay, again, there are different ways to fix it. Okay, so maybe in this stage we're gonna go back to Maya and fix it from there. Okay, I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna rotate. So if you remember the orientation, right, so there is this vertical bit on the right hand side. So again, I'm going to rotate. I'm gonna select this one. I make sure this is changed to the degrees, and I'm gonna rotate this side. Okay, make sure like it's adjust like accordingly. You don't want to be like that, you're gonna get crop. Okay, so make sure it's inside this region for now. Okay, whatever outside, you will get crop. Okay, so everything must be fit in that region. Okay, now that everything is nice and set, again we're gonna click this and we're gonna export this again. Okay, so press apply. So they're gonna ask you like, do you want to overwrite? Yes, we want to overwrite because we don't need the other file. Overwrite, everything is okay. Then we're gonna go back to Photoshop and we're gonna reopen this file. Okay, open, go to my source image. This is where I put my UV. Open up and it will update me. Okay, and again we have to repeat the process. We're gonna create like a new layer, put it at the back, put some color, right? So I can make this a little bit thicker. Okay, and this is what I get. Okay, so again I'm going to the crates, and I'm going to copy all this. So I'm going to press Ctrl A to select everything. I'm going to press Ctrl C to copy. Right? I'm going to copy here. I'm going to paste it. Okay, now this is on top of the wireframe. Okay, so you cannot see the wireframe anymore, so you have to rearrange the layer basically. Just click and drag, and you can rename this, or you should rename this like properly. So I'm gonna call this like wireframe, and I'm gonna call like the last or the bottom layer some black color maybe, right? And this one is the texture crates. Okay, so everything's nice and organized. Okay, and again, you need to make sure that the crate is actually inside that wireframe. Okay, so whatever outside this wireframe, it will not be loaded properly when you put it back inside Maya. Okay, so if you do like that, right, like this, okay, then like everything will become black, and only this portion, right, only this portion will have the texture. Okay, so make sure it must be inside the boundary of that wireframe. Okay, so I'm gonna press V, or it's this button, to move. So once you press V, you can actually use your arrow, right, and go up and right or whatever, right? So it has a more precise direction to it. Okay, and if you feel like, hey, like there's like, this is missing, like there's a gap there, you can press Ctrl T. So Ctrl T will allow you to like scale the crates, right? So if I press Ctrl T, right, and there's this boundary, and I can like scale it like that. It will distort the crates a little bit, but for now it's okay, right? Something like this. Now, if you want to zoom out, you can press Z, right, and then like press Z or this button, then like press Alt. So if you look at the icon, it will indicate that minus will zoom out like this, whereas plus means it will zoom in. Okay, and spacebar to panning. Okay, and I think everything is in place. So I mean, whatever outside here, it will not be shown. Okay, so make sure like you focus more into the texture that is inside the this boundary. Okay, so this will connect with that one, and that will connect to to his side. Okay, then everything should be okay. Now, if you forget to hide the wireframe when you save, then this wireframe or this line will actually get shown in Maya. Okay, so make sure like when you confirm or finish with your final texturing, you hide the wireframe. Okay, so I am gonna save this file, save, right, in the texture folder, because the UV and the texture folder is separated in my organization of the file. Okay, in this case I don't need to name UV, I'm just call crates. Okay, so I'm gonna save as JPEG for now, right? So we don't need this one because this one, right, we already adjusted position, because if you use the same one again, then you'll end up like with the wrong position. So I'm going to use my correct one, right? So I'm going to call these like crates. Okay, crates JPEG, so make sure it's not that one. Okay, save. Okay, so I purposely have this line to show you what happened. Okay, so I'm going to stop the video now.